Today is Saturday, full 5 months into year 2022, and for the past 6 months of this year, I've lost in day trading, and it's a substantial amount. And what I hope to do from this point forward is to lose less. So the video that I wanted to make for you today is this. Uh, there, as I dive deeper and deeper into day trading, I've noticed I'm beginning to see more clearly what's involved in day trading. I mentioned this to a coworker of mine yesterday as I was stationed at the dinner side as a fast food cook, and I mentioned to him, you know, I just got goosebumps, and this goosebumps is this. I think most people, okay, so I told him this exactly. I said, I have to learn how to lose. If I don't learn how to lose, there will come a day when the day is red. The market may be green, the market may be red, but the way that I trade may become red. That means that I have to figure out how to get out of the stock quickly as possible. But because for the past 22 some odd years, I've been trying to figure out how to win. I'm trying to figure out, okay, so if I do this, I'll make this amount of money. But I've never created a safety net, a net that helps me to figure out when and eventually, as I've seen from my YouTube research, that all traders, even the upper 1%, will lose, but they lose in a smart way. In most cases, they'll win. In most cases, some of them. So there's a couple of different in relation to how people trade, is that there's quite a few people who make substantial amount of money with 20% of the win rate. And then there are people who make substantial amount of money with 80% win rate. So there's people who win 20% of the time and lose 80% of the time, but they make substantial amount of money. And then there are people who win 80% and lose 20%, and they make substantial amount of money. For each of those are the two camps of trading stocks. That's it. That's the vast majority of people who trade stock, the pros. So when they lose, they learn how to lose. Because if you're winning 80% of the time and you lose 20% of the time, that 20% of the time, if I don't know how to lose, then that 20% of the time will be so enormous that it'll remove any win rates that I have by draining the account. So to wrap the story behind, I told the guy he's not a day trader, but I just tell him things just to bounce ideas off, and I told him this. Learning how to lose is the same as driving a car. If you don't know how to drive a car, you're not going to be able to drive a car. It's simple as that. That is why I have been doing very, to be frank, very stupid things, foolish things, because there was a fundamental issue. It's like walking a tightrope without a net underneath. And so when I fall, it's over with. You have to have a very shallow safety net where I can just fall off the tightrope and then get right back on it. as I make progress. If I fall without a tightrope, then I'll go right down to the gorge and I'll be at the bottom and may not recover. So, the idea as of today is to learn how to lose. Once I know how to lose, then at any point, at any moment in my trade, then I can just exit with a small amount of loss. That is the name of the game. See, when people, novice people, I think here's what happens. I think so if I were to look back on what I did is this. So when I traded, I took my money, I held it, it goes up, and I'm thinking, oh my God, it's gonna go up more. And I never thought about shorting or selling. So I held it, and then the market turned, and then it just erased my account because it was margin call, right? And so essentially, I had the stock, it would go down so much that the account would be virtually very little. Then the emotion will kick in, and then I would get nervous, I wouldn't be able to sleep, I would sweat. Money has that impact. So that's how the novice works. Not shorting, holding, and then reverses and losing. But the mindset of a novice individual is always to make money. That's it. Just make money. That's the singularly most important thing, because that singular thought is embedded in their mind because they have a side job. And in order to keep their side job, they have to work extra hard. And when they do, they divide their brain. I think what happens is that the mind is divided because it's so intensely difficult to make money. So based on the research that I've done from YouTube, mostly YouTube, I bought many books. I read several books. One Good Trade, several other books. It seems to me there's two things that I need to do, and one of them that is consistent. Two of the things that are consistent is this. Many people say this. The pros say this. First, there's a massive loss. Second, there's a small loss. Third, there's a small gain, and then fourth, there's a massive gain. So there are stages that are consistent between everybody that I've. So everybody says that, even in books, it's described that way. So in order to move from a massive loss to small loss is to learn how to lose. If you, the future you, don't learn this, you could be 99% accurate and you'll make a little bit of money 99% of the time. But at that 1%, 1 point, you'll lose everything because you don't know how to lose. It is so important. It took me this is a golden nugget that I have. I'm not sure how that happened, but this is a golden nugget that I have to learn how to lose first. The first step in trading is not how to make money. The first step is to how to lose. And I hope God allows me to write a book about this. The first book will be how to make money. The first book will be this: how to HTL in the market, HTMW, how to make money, Okay, HTMM in the market. Okay, so those are the two books that I wish to write. Once I cross this barrier over, and when I have made sufficient amount of money, the reality is this. The other thing is, when people are doing the same thing, it just becomes additive. And so it just becomes more volatile, and the market becomes very exciting. So sharing information about how certain things are done is beneficial to the market. And to put it simply, the first step to day trading is learn how to lose money. It's a whole different discipline that must be learned. If not learned, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, cars, houses, everything will pile on. And everything will pile on. Those will be. So what's going to happen is that all those things will disappear, and I won't even know why it happened. Because, as you know, something about money just flips things around. It's like money and love. It's like when I first fall in love and break away from that love. It's like it's devastating. It just numbs and removes any whatsoever logic. So that will be another video. Yeah, that would be another video. But first, I need to learn how to lose.